Hello, returners and rabble-rousers. My name is Timmy and welcome back to Final Fantasy VI. So, a little bit of housekeeping about the channel itself. As some of you may have noticed, the Outer Worlds is also happening on this channel now. Concurrently with Final Fantasy VI, and Monster Hunter will become a more infrequent thing. Because, like, it can't really... I don't feel like... I've been playing the game off-camera a bunch. And I just don't feel that it alone can really sustain, like, daily or semi-daily videos. So I'm gonna do that, like, occasionally when I meet a new interesting monster, when I attempt a difficult quest, when I find out something new, I'll be back in Monster Hunter World. But in the meantime, the Outer Worlds in Final Fantasy VI, and whatsoever may come after, of course, Nier and Dark Souls 2, once we get back to those games, we'll be making up the bulk of the content on the channel for a while. I have the feeling the Outer Worlds is going to take a good long while to complete. Anyway, back to Final Fantasy, the actual game we're playing, 6. If you remember, we have been to dinner with the devil, Gestahl himself, and I'm going to insist on pronouncing that in German. Move out of the way, old man. I'm going to insist on pronouncing that in German. Who, seems to be willing to make peace with us. Definitely, for sure, he's totally not lying, don't worry about it. And he has sent us to find the rampaging espers, and he's very generously agreed to provide a boat for the purpose, which is good, because our airship, I had a little accident where it crashed and can't be used anymore, which sucks, because we only had it for like 5 minutes, but okay, I guess no more airship for us, and we've been sent to Albrook to meet the ship that will be our method of conveyance. And perhaps some familiar faces that we'll also be running into, who knows. Ah, there you are. Another Imperial General and the man I hired back in town will be accompanying us as well. There's Celis, and hey, it's Shadow! Let me introduce them, General Celis and Shadow. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. We depart tomorrow. In the meantime, I've arranged lodging for you at the inn. Please try to get some rest. Celis. Yeah, there's some awkwardness there, just a little bit. I mean, just a tiny little, because like, Celis. I'm working for the Empire, but don't worry, they didn't hire me to kill you. That's reassuring, I guess. Okay. Rest it is, then. Is he in our party? No, he's not. Right, Shadow isn't in the party. We'll have to equip some new gear on him, and Celis. Once we have had our night's rest. So I'm a little loopy recording this because today I returned home from Norway, which was like, let's see. Well, sort of. I came back from Norway to my own country yesterday, and then today I woke up at like 7 in the morning, took a train, and then that train was delayed because of technical difficulties, so I had to shift to another train, and then I managed to get my way home, and that took like 5.5 hours of continuous travel after the 2.5 hours of getting on planes and getting off planes yesterday, which comes at the heels of me spending time in Norway just basically pounding the pavement of that entire goddamn town, Oslo, to see all the museums and all the sites and all that stuff, because I only had like 2 days to be there, and I also had to see my family. You know, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot going on. So now it's, oh, look, it's 2 a.m., and I got home today, and the grind never stops on YouTube, so I'm loopy. For those who might worry about me, don't worry about me. I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't feeling up to it, but it's got to be a little bit more personality in this particular video. General Leo already made arrangements for your stay here tonight, by all means. As we run into the room to get our sleep. God, I wish that was me. No, I'm not actually that tired. I'm a little tired, but not that tired. Well then, Locke seems to be having complicated feelings. Oh, look who's there. And this is Celis's theme. And I'm gonna let it play. Because you might recognize it. My beloved, shall we be forever? The promises of perennial love yet sing here in my heart. So the opera is pretty central to Celis, actually, because it kind of operationalizes a lot of what's going on with her. She, much like Maria in that particular opera, is someone who's very much torn between loyalties. Loyalties to her country, loyalties to her heart. And that's something that's going to come into action a little more as the story goes on. And you may have noticed the subtle shift, because we've kind of resolved Terra's storyline now, right? We've kind of resolved it. It's okay, Terra, born with magical powers, didn't know why, she was a witch used by the Empire, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, we go and find out, oh, she's a half-Esper, and she recovers her memories, and she gains a measure of control over her power. So, like, the first act, or like the first 2 acts of her character arc are kind of over, and she doesn't really... So she's not really the central character of the narrative anymore, like what she used to be. So now, the center of the narrative is subtly shifting, and another woman, much like Terra, but under different circumstances, takes the spotlight. She's kind of a polar opposite, see, because Terran, the earth, the ground, Gaia, the world, and then celestial, the stars, the skies, the heavens, 2 opposites. And Terra, of course, with her fire magic, Celis with her ice magic. Even their color schemes are kind of opposites. It's not a coincidence that in the overlay that I'm using here, on the left we have Terra, on the right we have Celis, 2 very different characters under very similar circumstances, and who are grappling, both of them, with the nature of their powers and indeed with the nature of their responsibilities to others. And I won't say that the game fully explores both of those ideas, because it's a massive ensemble piece on an SNES cartridge. There simply wasn't room or space. But especially as time has gone on, as a storyteller, I am kind of in awe of what Final Fantasy VI manages to do very naturally with its ensemble cast, that we can get to this point in the frickin' game, like nearly the end of the first half of the game, and the narrative just goes, oh, by the way, we're switching main characters for a while. Hope you don't mind. And you don't mind, because it feels right. Okay, yeah, Terra, like, we've kind of dealt with her thing, and now we have Celis, and you saw this whole arc of her, like, relationship to Locke, and the idea of betrayal and how that kind of affects her, kind of sneaking in during the Magitech research facility sequence, and then as Terra's arc winds down, after we accidentally unleash the Espers, hers begins to ramp up, and she got the spotlight in the opera musical, and like, all of that stuff. Anyway, there's a video game we need to play. Celis. Please. Why won't you talk to me? Because you doubted her, you moron! I know, I doubted you. If only for a moment, but we can still be friends, right? Yeah, see, that's the question, isn't it, Locke? Celis. See, because the central theme of the whole opera thing with Maria torn between her loyalties to her country, that she should marry Draco, and the loyalty to her heart, that she should marry her true love, is mirrored in that Celis has this conflict of being true to what she considers her duty, which is to, you know, make the Empire stop doing evil war crimes all the time, and also to use her powers to protect others and to seek a life for herself, but then also, like, to seek a purpose for herself, but then also her heart. Like, she had a thing with Locke going on. She had a little... And now it's kind of tainted by the fact that he didn't stand by her. Like, when the choice came between believing Kefka and believing her, Locke was like, I'm not sure. Some fucking how. And that hurts. Like, that shit stings. When someone you care about chooses to believe, like, a literal cartoon villain over you. Yeah, that's... And it's not all, like, oh, it's all Locke's fault. It's also self-doubt, like Celes being like, well, I've been an Imperial officer for so long, maybe I'm not worthy of trust. Maybe no one can ever trust me. Anyway, we'll get to that. I'm spoiling stuff. All right, let's go. And again, I understood bugger fucking shit all of this. Like, none of it. I didn't get any of this when I was playing this game for the first time. I was just like, oh, they're making kissy faces and sad at each other. That's not fun. Get me back to the combat so I can summon espers. Like, But as time wears on, you start to appreciate what the story is trying to do more, and you start to understand it more. The engines are all running smoothly, sir. We should arrive tomorrow morning. Why don't you rest until then? Keep away from the engine room. It's dangerous. Yeah, same way. So there's only really Leo to talk to, is there? Having trouble sleeping. I hear your emotions have returned. It's strange, isn't it? The Empire used me, controlled my very thoughts, and now here I am, cooperating with the same people. People are people. Not everyone in the Empire is like Kefka. So, what about you? I knew that you were half Esper and being made to suffer through horrible experiments. Yet I did nothing. I'm no better than Kefka. If a human and an Esper can love one another, you think a human and I could love each other? Again, Terra returning to the central question of, am I fully human? Of course. But I don't even know what it feels like to love someone. You're still young. Someday you'll know. I'm sure of it. Which is not very helpful advice when all is said and done. Leo, by the way, insofar as the story goes, represents the possibility of humanity in the Empire. Like we saw in the camp when Kefka poisoned Doma, Leo is the guy who wouldn't do that, who would be honorable, who would do the right thing, and who, like, yes, we prosecute the war, but at the very least, let's try not to poison the prisoners. Like, that's this shred of humanity that the Empire is holding on to. Guess what's gonna happen to that? But I want to know now. So Terra, again, asserting herself a little bit as a protagonist in that her emotional arc isn't fully over. But also, you know, like I said, it's this dual protagonist path in this massive ensemble of characters that makes this story really impressive to look at. Because Final Fantasy VII picked a main character and just stuck with them. Like, it's primarily Cloud and Aerith, or Aerith, more specifically. I call her Aerith because I played the translation back then. And then with, like, Tifa as a secondary protagonist, and then everyone else kind of revolves around them. It's that love triangle of, well, emotional triangle anyway. They're the central characters. Final Fantasy VIII, very much the same thing. Squall and Rinoa, main characters, never deviate from them as the main characters. We have some deuteragonists, like with especially Cypher as a sort of on and off antagonist. But yeah, Squall and Rinoa, they're the love story, they're essential characters. And just this weaving in and out of different storylines, like I've never seen other games be anything like this good at it. That's kind of the thing, is video games by their nature so often is like you have the protagonist, you play as the protagonist, everything revolves around the protagonist. Here, there isn't like a protagonist, there are different protagonists for different sections of the story, and their narratives weave in and out of the whole. It's fucking impressive when you think about it. Which again, all crammed into a fucking SNES cartridge somehow. Anyway, who's there? Ah, yes. Emotional support friend number 1. I thought I'd sleep under the stars. Did you hear what we were talking about? I didn't mean to listen in. So, I can't help you. Those are answers you'll have to find for yourself. Terra. There are people in this world who have chosen to kill their own emotions. Remember that. A little bit of emotional depth from our shadowy ninja friend. Oh, God. Oh. Undercutting the emotional poignancy of the moment there. World's greatest treasure hunter. Just to this. My apologies. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for any of that. Deal with it. We need to find the Espers quickly so we can make peace with them. Yeah. We're almost to Crescent Island. Rumor has it the lost power of magic can still be found on Crescent Island, weak though it may be. We're almost to Crescent Island. When we make landfall, we'll split into 2 groups. I'll go with Celis. Terra, you go with Locke and Shadow. If you find any clues as to where the Espers may be hiding, report back at once. Let's go. Shadow. Locke. Come on. See, now Locke is playing hurt, which he really shouldn't. Oh yeah, nice, just leave her there. Fine, that'll resolve the issue. Idiots. Wait, I think I can steal something from that guy. I think. Yeah, just get on with it, treasure boy. Oh, come on. Did I unequip his thief's glove? Is that it? I think I may have, actually. I'm actually almost sure I did. Just steal, would you? Oh, this had better be worth it. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, you're just gonna have to sit through this, because I want to know what the heck the thing is. I know, because when the steal chances are this low, it's because it's some kind of super rare item. I gotta know. I need you to remind me what the item is that I stole from you. It's not fair not to tell me about the stats you have that I could equip. You ought to know. Some Alanis Morissette to lighten the mood, I guess. Okay, screw it. I don't care anymore. However good it wasn't good enough to suffer this. Oh, right, they do snort attacks when they retaliate. I forgot about that. Okay, I unequip Locke's Thief Glove. Let's not do that. Yeah. Get the Genji Glove on, Shadow. Nice. Also, Locke, you're not equipping a shield. Why? Yeah, I guess. Speaking of which, we should actually get something on him. Let's get Carbuncle on him. It does no level up bonus. Okay. Also, he is unequipped. Okay, he's unequipped everything. Fine. Might as well get some healing magic on him. And Terra is doing well with death. A spell that was super crazy glitchy in the original version of the game. Unfortunately, most of those glitches have been fixed, which means we can't abuse it anymore. But basically, the death glitch meant that... I'm gonna try it one more time. Just a couple to see if I can, now with the glove, to get him to... Gaia Gear! That's what the motherfucker has got. Right, I remember now. Gaia Gear is powerful as hell. Yeah. Or rather, it was powerful as hell a little bit earlier when I had the airship, which is when I should have done this. Welcome back to Thamasa. You may remember, we have been here before. Oh wow, we don't see many travelers around here. But everybody was a little bit standoffish, refused to talk to us or sell to us. Now, weirdly for some reason, all the townsfolk are like, yes, why certainly, we will definitely sell you things. We have absolutely no problem selling stuff to you. Why would you think that? That's a crazy thing to say. Do I want two of those then? Yeah, I just want one for Terra, actually. But I do want one of each of these, because they are quite useful for a few reasons. Nice. And now I can get her to the back line. And you. See, because Gaia Gear is sold here. And it's sort of the next level of equipment up. Right. I don't want to buy golden armors. They're way too expensive, but I will take a mystery veil. Terra and Celis both. And leave it at that for the moment. Can't remember if there's any better items in here. Let's find out together! There isn't, but I should get some more high potions. Listen, I should tell you. No, never mind. No, you really shouldn't tell us, lady. Whatever it is you think you should tell us, you probably shouldn't. Espers? What in the world are those? If there's some kind of beast, you should ask the old man who lives on the edge of town. Oh, we'll get to him. We'll get to him. But first, the relic shop. Let me see. Anything in here that I want? No, not especially. You're not getting in here. Why, okay, sure. I didn't really want to get in there, but yeah, you do you, kiddo. So remember, this guy's still gonna be a dick about the... You're outsiders. It's gonna cost you 1,500 gold to stay here. Yeah, he's still gonna be a dick about that.
But maybe we can get some more information out of whoever lives in here.
The Elder.
Welcome, welcome. Magic? What's that?
I have never heard of this. Magic?
What could you possibly be referring to? Sounds like some fancy faraway foreigner word we've never heard of.
Anyway, let's go talk to the person we're here for, really.
What brings you young folks to see me?
An elderly gentleman who has spent his whole life pursuing the secrets of monsters. Strago.
Espers, eh? Haven't heard that word in years.
So, you know about espers?
No, can't say that I do. Don't know a thing. Not one thing.
Something's fishy here. This is one of the best character themes in the game. And again, I wish we could hear it in the original. Because the GBA doesn't do it justice, but listen to this. That whine. That whine, especially on the SNES sound chip. Oh, it's so good. It has such an ethereal quality. And you can hear the banjo right in the background, so it's got this folksy theme to it too. Because the whining sound is a whistle. It's a folk whistle. It's so good. You should hear it when it's performed like with a proper orchestra. Anyway, Grandpa.
Hey! What do you think you're doing, young missy?
In her pictures, she captures everything. Forests, water, light, the very essence of the things she paints.
Grandpa, who are they? Are they friends? Can they use magic too? Shush! What a cute doggy!
Back off. He bites.
Go back to your room.
Why do I have to go back to my room? You never let me have any fun.
Because I said so. Now shoo.
Fine.
And the dog seems to like her. I wonder if that might have some kind of meaning.
Oh dear, seems to have taken a liking to your dog.
That child. My apologies.
It's fine. He usually doesn't like other people, though.
Anyhow, I'm terribly sorry, but I really don't think I could be any help to you folks. I see. We're just your ordinary, quiet little village. You're not gonna find anyone who knows any of those Esper things around here, I'm afraid. Not in Thamasa.
There's something strange about this place. Let's have a look around the village.
Thanks for your time. Sorry, I couldn't be more helpful.
Interceptor.
Bye-bye.
Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. Let's see, this guy?
Old Man Strago may not look like much, but he used to be an amazing hunter.
Did he now?
Have you talked to Old Man Strago? The innkeeper should be a little more reasonable once you have.
Hint, 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 go sleep in the inn, hint, hint, hint.
Have you met Relm? She paints. I should see if she'd paint my picture.
Oh no, oh, I'm just remembering something all of a sudden.
Ah, what a beautiful day. Interceptor, come back to play sometime.
Relm's room. Not that there's much to see here. Anyway. Now, am I remembering correctly, and do I just need to go straight to the inn? I think so. I think so.
1 gil per night. Why not relax for a spell?
Oh, now it's 1 gil per night. Well, might as well take advantage of that generous offer.
You've got to help. Relm, she's...
Something happened to Relm?
Yes, she was on fire, and then it caught the neighbor's house on fire, and oh, I can't even think straight anymore, but... Please, you have to help her.
Shadow! It's like, nope. Interceptor. Where did you go? Well, that's not great.
Fire in the village! Relm's in there! Relm! What are you doing? Flames, be gone! Magic is forbidden!
Magic?
I don't care! Relm's inside! Flames, be gone!
Mayor! All right. We really have no choice. Stand back.
Flames, be gone! It's no use. The fire's too strong. They were storing an awful lot of flame rods in there. I'm going in.
Wait, I'll go with you.
Count me in too. I'm not going to let an old geezer go in there on his own. Who are you calling a geezer? I'm only 70 and fit as a fiddle. Geezer, he says.
There's more important stuff happening right now, dude. Quickly. Anyway, we need to equip him with stuff. Specifically, I would like him to have the ice rod, for reasons that will become clear. Also, relics. Gale hairpin wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have right now. And Hero's Ring, I think that'll do. And let's get an Esper on him as well while we're here anyway. I think Bismarck would be a good choice. Sweet. Let's get Relm out of the fire. The fire's spreading fast. Looks like this house could collapse at any second.
We have to hurry and find Relm.
Can't remember if this is timed, but it's full of random encounters. With balloons.
Whoa, happy little balloons. Totally harmless to everyone.
Except not so much. So Strago has blue magic. He's the blue mage of the game. And literally, in order for any of this to do anything, you have to be hit by the abilities that you want to use. Which sucks! But it interacts very well with another character who will become a party member shortly. They can really complement each other a lot if you equip them with the right stuff. But we'll find out about that later. For the moment, Aqua Breath. It's pretty strong. It hits pretty hard. Damn it. It also costs a bit of MP. Oh my god, get out of the way! Now, the ice rod is useful because if... Wait, am I remembering this the wrong way around? Oh yeah, you can only do it if it's... Okay. So rods are useful because you can do this with them. Which, all told, is quite nice, and I believe it doesn't consume the rod. Although if it does, I'm out 5,000, so that would be bad. Oh, it does consume the rod. Okay, that's why you can't do it when it's equipped. I believe it didn't used to. Or at least it's in other Final Fantasy games, I guess, that it doesn't consume the rod to use it to cast a spell. But it can be a useful way to get your people access to spells that don't usually have access to them. Oh, no, in Final Fantasy VI, I remember, it's when you attack with the rod, there is an outside chance that it will cast the spell that's associated with it. That's what it was. Okay, he's got most of what Bismarck teaches. Let's get him onto Madeline. But yeah, as you can see, these guys are, like, uniquely weak to ice magic. And generally, they're kind of weak, because Strago is kind of weak at this point in the game. When you get him for the first time. Again, unless you've been hyper-grinding, which we haven't. And part of the point of having these 1.5 billion random encounters is, well, to be able to get Strago to a point when he's not completely bloody useless anymore. Like letting you teach him a few spells, learning how his magic works, stuff like that. Oh, right. That happens. It's not great. Wait, is that infinite encounters? I thought it was a room. Huh. I'm remembering wrong, I guess. Another place to potentially just infinite grind. By the way, Locke's weapon, the one he's using right now, it's, the Hawkeye, and as you can see, sometimes it does a critical attack, where it just deals an ungodly amount of damage. Okay, there's one of these doors that leads to another room, and a bunch of them just lead to getting hit in the face with a random encounter. A flame rod, how useful! Okay, can't avoid that one. Nice, it's a big one. Hey, Locke, do you happen to have Blissara? No, you don't? Okay, you don't have any Blizzard spells whatsoever, actually. Great. Boom. Well, there's good EXP from these guys. At least. And then the right door is the wrong door? Yes, good. Obtained Ice Rod. Hooray! An actually useful weapon. Shit. Okay. Getting in there. There's a boss fight at the end of this, unsurprisingly. There he is. Is this what started the blaze? It most certainly is. I think it doesn't have anything to steal, actually. Oh, it does! It has Flame Tongue. Now, there's something about this thing that I need to remember. There's something about the way that this thing takes damage that's a bit wobbly in my brain. Is it that it's like super resistance to physical? Oh, it's that it's only vulnerable to ice. It's only vulnerable to ice. That's the deal. And is that a retaliation with... Oh, it did that thing. Reflect bad. As I remember, Reflect doesn't work on blue magic. But I'm gonna make damn sure people have health before I test that theory. I might want to equip Terra with something else. Do I still have the Ice Brand? I could equip her with an Ice Rod. Let me see. Rune Blade, Thunder Blade, Flame Tongue. Nope, no Ice Blade. Did I ever have one? Probably not. Okay, changing weapons in the middle of the battle is tedious, and you can't actually do it, apparently. Unless you start by selecting the weapon that you want to change out, and then you go all the way. Okay, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this, then. This had better work. Well, it's something. Oh, not good, not good, not good. X potion on Terra, actually. I think. That bloody reflect spell. I don't even know if I have to spell on anyone, actually. Doesn't matter. Got him. Okay.
Relm, where are you?
The good boy.
Relm!
Oh no, we're too late. The good boy. And the total samurai move. Time to get out of here. I'll use a smoke bomb. Now, for context, smoke bombs in the game are items that allow you to escape from dungeons instantly. So that's why he uses a smoke bomb in the middle of a burning house in order to get people out of there safely. Are you okay?
Yeah, thanks, Grandpa. These folks are the ones you should be thanking.
Thank you.
I guess our little secret is out now.
And so we have to kill you. Everyone in this village can use magic, can't they? What is this place?
This is the village of the Magi. A long, long time ago, humans used magicite to acquire magical powers. Those who gained the ability to use magic were the people known as the Magi.
I didn't think there were any Magi left in the world.
After the War of the Magi, the Espers fled to a new world beyond the sealed gate. They wished to live in peace without fear of their powers being used by others. That left only humans in this world, and the ordinary ones feared the Magi's power. The horror of war was still fresh in their minds. It soon turned into an inquisition. Magi were hunted down and executed. Oh, there were trials, of course, but they were merely for show.
Even though the only difference was that they could use magic.
The few who managed to escape took up shelter here. They were our ancestors. Our powers have weakened as our Magi blood has thinned, but they remain, in some form or another.
If you're up to it, do you think you'll be willing to help us?
You said you're looking for some espers, right? Well, I do owe you one for saving Relm. I'll help you find your espers.
I want to go too.
I think not, young lady.
Fuddy-duddy. But where do we start?
If they came this way, they may be hiding in the mountains to the west.
Why there?
Those mountains are teeming with magical energy. According to legend, they're a sacred place to the Espers.
Perhaps the magic of that place drew them there after they went berserk. And Shadow just left. It's worth a look. Let's just listen to this theme for a bit. Total spaghetti western. For a ninja. Like, it's a spaghetti western theme for a ninja. How cool is that? Don't get me wrong, I just wanted my dog back.
You're leaving?
I'll search for the espers my own way. Interceptor.
I wonder what that dog sees in Relm that makes him realize that she's important. I wonder. Right, do I have all my MP and stuff back? Yes, good. All equipment. Yeah, good. And that's about all we get of Shadow, for a little while, anyway. Let's see, the mountains to the west. How do I get in there again? I don't actually remember. Right, so these guys have Sneeze, and I think that's a blue magic attack. Oh, there we go. There's the spell. But yeah, Strago is another one of those characters who I don't really use him a lot because it's so, like, he has really fucking good abilities. Like, his blue magic has some of those powerful abilities in the whole game. But it's such a chore to get them. It's such a chore. It takes a million goddamn years to go around and get the monsters to use them. Just no, don't want to. Just don't want to. As I remember, he has one of the best magic stats in the game. Oh, wait, no, I mean, I'm misremembering that completely. Maybe it's the thing that he's got a really mediocre magic stat, but the blue magic makes up for it. God, I used to read game FAQ guides about this stuff, but I just don't remember anymore. Healing Rod, which is a lovely weapon that allows you to hit your own party members in the face and heal them. But given that this video's coming up slowly on an hour and completing the last bit of this stuff will take, well, let's call that more than an hour. And save glitch. We'll leave the rest of this for later. So if you've enjoyed Final Fantasy VI with me, please feel free to hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons because, you know, YouTube. I have a Patreon that you can support if you are so inclined. I have some tip jars. I have a merchandise store. All of that good plugging stuff. Also, on this channel, The Outer Worlds is going to be happening, which is a new RPG from Obsidian that you might be interested in watching me play, because I do character voices for that one as well. And as well as Nier and Automata and Dark Souls 2, and God knows what else is going to be on this channel. Songs. I did a song cover, or rather, I uploaded an old one a little while back. Maybe you're interested in that. You can go and have a look at it. I would be okay with that. And if not any of that, you just wanted to watch this one bit of my Final Fantasy VI playthrough, I'm very happy that you were here for that as well. And hopefully I'll be a little bit less loopy and hyphy for the next one, which I'm going to record tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching.